welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your boy Dr. Rogers, multiple scholarship winner, currently a research professor in Korea. So this video is mainly for people who are looking forward to start writing their first proposal, or they want to identify research gaps or which area they can do their research for their master degree thesis or either for their PhD. So by the way, before you proceed, make sure you hit on the subscription button or notification bell. So this video is coming up after I received a question from one of my mentees, like a junior of mine, because I mentor lots of students. So his question was, which area of research can he carry out or write his proposal on, because he's doing his studies, so he's interested. So my response to him was that there is no shortcut to it, and that is really true. There is no shortcut to writing or identifying research gaps. And I just kept thinking to myself, like, probably this is also one of the challenges I did face when I started writing my master degree thesis, or when I was still struggling to identify the area of research I want to do for my master degree thesis, because I was actually being trained by one of the best, I would call him one of the best professors out there on how to write thesis in all what I have, and most of the things I have till I'm working now. He's been very impactful to me, because my boss too has really helped me a lot too. Even though I'm working, he keeps guiding me and training me, advising me, so it's always a process. So yeah, the first thing, if you want to identify, is that first you have got to read scientific papers. That's the first way you can identify. And what kind of papers do you want to read? You can go ahead, the first one I recommend is to go ahead and read either perspective papers, or you can read meta review or literature review papers, because most of these papers, at the end, there is usually a chapter where you write further areas of further research interest. So those further research interest area, those are the areas they are proposing to you, that they are currently trending as far as research is concerned. Because if you go proposing a research proposal to your supervisor or probably to your boss, which is very old, you might not get funding, and he might not probably accept it or reject it, or even if you pull through, you might end up not publishing your work, because at the end of the day, no matter what you do, you have got to publish the work, because that's just how science works. You research and you share your results. So if you're paid to research and you don't share, next time you don't get the funding. That's just it. So meta review papers, you go for review papers, and I myself, I do write review papers now as a research professor, and usually we are the ones that do especially the review paper writers, we're the ones that do the dirty work. We get like probably a review paper, like some of my review paper, I can get like 130 papers. You put them together, you read through them, you look at the pattern, and you're going to identify what is it that other people have done, and what is it that you want to do. So that is a way of doing it, and you can just go straight up to Google Scholar and search for those papers. So that is a way. The second way is that depending on what you're studying, for example, if you're studying environmental science, I for one, I loved, because I did my master and PhD in different countries. So each time I get into those countries, I love to live and go out into the environment, look, explore, I watch, because you can see some of the things that are happening in your environment, and which have like a problem, and you feel like there is a research gap in this and you need to fill it. But if you're an introvert or someone who doesn't like to socialize, go out, stay in, make sure you've got to learn or to like reading. You cannot do it without reading. You have to read, and I'm gonna give you the same advice I had during my master degree level. Is every day make sure you read at least 2, or in the worst case scenario, 1 scientific paper. When I mean read, you're not reading as if you're reading a mail from your friend or you're rushing through. Some of them could be very boring, some could be interesting. You go through it word for word, word for word. In my own case, when I used to read, if I'm reading a sentence, If I don't understand a single word, I look for the synonyms, because I'm not from a native English speaking country, but with my level of experience now, I'm almost at that level. So some papers I read them, I don't need. But when you're a beginner, don't be lazy. Don't skip a word. Read the word. You might, after 10 days, you will be surprised by how much you've read, how much you know, and how ready you are to write your proposal. So if you love this, make sure click on the subscription button, stay connected, for in my next video I'll be sharing more inputs on how you can write even your proposal. But the first most important thing, like I said in this video, is knowing what you want to research on. Or in some cases, if you're joining a research team that already has fundings, they might probably have a research area for you to work on, but still, yeah, you will need to read a lot and keep reading. Thank you. Bye.